Welcome. Today's topic is cryopreservation. Okay, let's see why cryopreservation is needed. Why cryopreservation or preservation is important? Because we know that genetic resources or any tissue, organ, or anything, any material is get depleted as the time goes down. Okay, and if you want to store them, we need to preserve them in proper manner. Okay, in our house we preserve pickles. Okay, so that we can use pickles for longer duration. Okay, whenever we want to eat the pickles, we can eat. Okay, same thing is happening here. We are using cryopreservation technique, and this technique is used to preserve the biological specimens such as tissues, cells, different organs are preserved by using this, and they are preserved at a very frozen state. Okay, means at a very low condition, that their temperature is near about minus 190 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, and why this preservation is important? Because the conventional method of that storage are failed. Okay, to prevent losses or to prevent from the cause, prevent from the damage of the cells or biological specimens. Hence we need to find a new method of preservation. Okay, here there are various methods of storage. Generally cryopreservation involves the storage in a liquid nitrogen, in which the temperature is very low, minus 195 degrees Celsius temperature is present. Okay, then there are where cold storages are there, which involves the storage in low and non-freezing temperature. Okay, means near about 4 to 5 degrees Celsius temperature. Low temperature, it involves the partially reducing the atmospheric pressure of surroundings. Okay, means by reducing the atmospheric temperature, रूम टेम्परेचर जितना होता है उससे थोड़ा सा कम टेम्परेचर करके हम उसको लो प्रेशर पे प्रिजर्व करते हैं किसी स्पेसिमेन को. लो ऑक्सीजन स्टोरेज, इट इन्वॉल्व्स द रिड्यूसिंग द ऑक्सीजन लेवल बट मेंटेनिंग द प्रेशर. ओके, ऑक्सीजन लेवल भी कम किया है, जो भी एनारोबिक्स ऑर्गेनिजम्स है वो उस पर ग्रो ना हो. ये दीज आर द वेरियस मेथड्स of storage: cryopreservation, cold storage, low pressure storage, low oxygen storage. Okay, the cryopreservation, actually cryopreservation is the Latin word. In a Latin, cryos means frost and preservation means to store. Okay, cryopreservation means literally it means the preservation in frozen state. By cryopreservation means the storing or preserving of a biological specimen at a frozen state. Okay, the basic principle of cryopreservation is that in which we keep plant cells or tissue for in frozen state so that they become they comes at the zero metabolism state and their division stops. Okay, all the non-dividing, they become the non-dividing state by reducing the temperature in the presence of cryoprotectant. सो क्या प्रिंसिपल है क्रायोप्रिजर्वेशन का? इसमें हम उसका मेटाबॉलिज्म कम्प्लीटली स्टॉप्स करते हैं. क्यों मेटाबॉलिज्म स्टॉप होता है? वाई मेटाबॉलिज्म इज ज़ीरो? बिकॉज वी नो दैट इन क्रायोप्रिजर्वेशन फ्रोजन एट अ फ्रोजन स्टेट no biochemical reaction is started. Okay, starts at a frozen state, means for starting of any biochemical reaction we need some temperature. Okay, the temperature requirement is there for any biochemical reaction, so that metabolism, if we keep the preserving object at a frozen state, at that time temperature is very low and hence no biochemical reaction is carried out in that material. Even its own metabolism is also stopped and cell division is also stopped there, means they come at the zero metabolism level or non-dividing state. Okay, and how the cryopreservation is achieved? It can be done by over solid carbon dioxide. Over solid carbon dioxide who has the temperature at minus 79 degrees Celsius. Okay, means we can preserve by using over solid carbon dioxide, in which we keep that object at minus 89 degrees Celsius. Also we can achieve this by keeping the object or biological specimen at low temperature in a deep freezer who has the temperature minus degree Celsius. Okay, we can preserve also. Deep freezers are also used to preserve, and also there are this cryopreservation can be achieved in vapor phase nitrogen at minus 195 degrees Celsius. And main method of cryopreservation is we have to keep the biological specimen in liquid nitrogen who has minus 196 degrees Celsius, means highly frozen state. Okay, and no microorganism or contaminant can survive at such a low temperature, means there is very less chances to get damage or spoil your storing biological specimen. Okay, तो ये चार तरह से क्रायो प्रिजर्वेशन क्या है, तो ये ग्रीक वर्ड है. ग्रीक में क्रायोज मीन्स फ्रोजन स्टेट, फ्रोस्ट, और उसको लिटरली फ्रोजन स्टेट भी कहा जाता है. इसमें हम जो ऑब्जेक्ट प्रिजर्व करना चाह रहे हैं उसका मेटाबॉलिज्म कम्प्लीटली जीरो करते हैं, उसमें कोई बायोकेमिकल रिएक्शन नहीं होती है. क्यों नहीं होती है? क्योंकि उसको लगने वाला टेम्परेचर वहाँ पे नहीं मिलता है. किसी भी बायोकेमिकल रिएक्शन होने के लिए टेम्परेचर ज़रूरी होता है, थोड़ा बहुत टेम्परेचर होना चाहिए, लेकिन यहाँ पे हम जीरो से भी बहुत कम टेम्परेचर रखते हैं. फ्रोजन स्टेट में कोई रिएक्शन कैरी आउट नहीं होती, इसलिए रिएक्शन नहीं होती है, इसलिए वो सेल डिवाइड भी नहीं होगा, इसलिए वो एज इट इज़ रहेगा. और ये चार तरह से क्रायो प्रिजर्वेशन अचीव किया जा सकता है. और सॉलिड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जिसमें हम 79 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे उस ऑब्जेक्ट को रखते हैं, बायोलॉजिकल स्पेसिमेंस को रखते हैं. लो टेम्परेचर इन डीप फ्रीज, इसमें -80 के डीप फ्रीजर अवेलेबल है मार्केट में, उसमें हम वो ऑब्जेक्ट को रख सकते हैं, उसमें भी हम का प्रिजर्व कर सकते हैं कुछ दिनों के लिए. एंड इन वेपर फेज नाइट्रोजन उसमें -150 डिग्री हम अचीव कर सकते हो. एंड last and best method of cryopreservation is to keep your object in liquid nitrogen who has temperature -196 degree Celsius. Okay, see here what are the different advantages of cryopreservation. If you once keep the material or once you successfully conserve the material by using the cryoprotectant, particularly temperature at it can be preserved indefinitely. Okay, एक बार अगर आप उसको क्रायो प्रोटेक्टेंट की मदद से या फिर प्रिजर्वेशन क्रायो प्रिजर्वेशन टेक्निक की मदद से अगर किसी ऑब्जेक्ट को आपने स्टोर किया है तो वो बहुत दिनों तक जैसे कि वैसा रह सकता है. Okay, whenever you want to use that object biological specimen you can use and you will find as it is you were kept at the time of preservation. Okay, once in storage no chance of new contamination of fungus or bacteria. We know that fungus or bacteria for growing they required specific temperature. Okay, and here in preserve state frozen condition is there, means very low temperature is there, and at such a low temperature no microorganisms can grow, and if they cannot grow it means they cannot contaminate your food, they cannot contaminate your biological specimen. Okay, means there is very less. This is one of the advantages of cryopreservation technique. By if you preserve any object by using cryopreservation technique there will be very less, no chance of contamination by fungus or bacteria or any living organism. Okay, and minimal space required. It requires very less space, and also it requires minimal labor required. Only one man can preserve this. Okay, less labor required. These are the advantages of cryopreservation. Let's see here the mechanism of a cryopreservation. Okay, the cryopreservation follows following different steps, and that steps are selection of material, addition of cryoprotectant, freezing, storage in liquid nitrogen, thawing, washing and reculturing, measurement of viability, and regeneration of plants. These are the steps we will studied it in detail in next slide. Selection of plant material. Selection of proper plant material is very important. Okay, and it is depend on your interest, the person who is going to preserve that particular biological specimen, which biological specimen you want to preserve. Okay, for longer time. Generally this technique is successfully applied in the germplasm storage of different crops such as wheat, rice, strawberry crops. Okay, this technique is successfully applied. Two important factors are there in which this preservation technique is depend. That is the nature of the preserved material and density of the material which is going to preserve. Okay, any tissue can be selected for this purpose. Example, meristem, embryo, ovule, seed, etc. Any tissue can be selected. You can select any tissue for this, and but the density of the tissue should be high. Once you have selected what you have to preserve, next step is the addition of cryoprotectant. Cryoprotectant, they are the chemicals. What are the cryoprotectants? They are the chemicals which prevent the cryo destruction. Okay, वो prevent करते हैं आपके मटेरियल को डैमेज होने से, तो cryoprotect. And example of these materials are the sucrose, alcohols, glycols, some amino acids, dimethyl sulfoxides. Generally, 2 cryoprotectants are used, or we should use 2 cryoprotectant together, so that it is become more effective when we use 2 or more cryoprotectant together. Next step is freezing. Next step is the freezing. Okay, there are many different methods of freezing. Okay, such as slow freezing method, a rapid freezing method, and a dry freezing method. Okay, in a slow freezing method, the tissue or plant material is slowly frozen at a slow cooling rate. Okay, and advantages of this method is plant cells are partially dehydrated and they survive better. Okay, in a rapid freezing method, it involves the plunging the vials in liquid nitrogen, and the temperature decreases from -300 to -1000 degree rapidly. Okay, and rapid freezing method, this is the combination of both a slow and rapid freezing method, and the process is carried out in stepwise like manner. Dry freezing method, in this method the dehydrated cells and seeds are stored. Okay, but in cryopreservation, one thing you have to keep in your mind, that the temperature, if you are going to store the biological specimen or any living tissue, living cells or living organs, if you want to store for a long time or if you want to preserve, okay, in that case you have to reduce the temperature. Okay, so because if you slow freezing method is used, it will cause at a certain level, if you while reducing the temperature at a certain level, there is a chances of formation of icy crystal or watery crystal in your biological specimens, because in cell there is liquid gel like liquid or watery contents present, and that there is chances of getting in the solid form. Okay, तो जो भी आईसी फॉर्म और लिक्विड फॉर्म आपके सेल में प्रेजेंट होता है, अगर आप स्लो उसका टेम्परेचर रिड्यूस करोगे तो उसमें सॉलिड आइस क्रिस्टल फॉर्म होने के चांसेस है. हमें पता है कि वाटर अगर उसको टेम्परेचर कम करते जाएंगे, 0 डिग्री पे लाएंगे, फ्रीजिंग पॉइंट पे लाएंगे, तो वो आइस में कन्वर्ट हो जाता है, आइस क्रिस्टल में. और आइस क्रिस्टल में जैसे ही कन्वर्ट होता है सॉलिड स्टेट में, तो वो उसका साइज बढ़ जाता है. इट एक्सपांड्स विद द size. Okay, or it may cause the damage to your living cell. Okay, cell may be burst. So one thing you must keep in your mind, that you have to reduce the temperature while you are going to perform the cryopreservation. Okay, तो आपको अचानक से उसको रूम टेम्परेचर से -195 डिग्री तक लेके आना है. ओके, क्योंकि आईसी क्रिस्टल फॉर्म होने को हुए तो आपका सेल डैमेज हो सकता है, डेड हो सकता है. ओके, तो इट इज डिपेंड ऑन द व्हाट बायोलॉजिकल स्पेसिमन यू आर कीपिंग फॉर द प्रिजर्वेशन. ओके, अगर नॉन लिविंग है तो ये मैटर नहीं करता है, बट इट इज लिविंग होगा, लिविंग बायोलॉजिकल स्पेसिमन होगा, तो उस केस में आपको यू हैव टू रिड्यूस टेम्परेचर रैपिडली फ्रॉम रूम टेम्परेचर टू -195. ओके, and this liquid nitrogen don't have the capacity to form the icy crystals. Okay, so ये freezing एक step है preservation में और important step है. Next step is the storage. Okay, so continuously you have to maintain the temperature. Okay, if you want to store for a long time of period. ओके, एंड इफ अगर ज़्यादा दिनों तक आपको स्टोर करना है तो यू नीड टू कंटिन्यूसली सप्लाई द नाइट्रोजन, लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन. एंड फॉर स्टोरेज जनरली द टेम्परेचर इज केप्ट एट -70 to -196 डिग्री सेल्सियस. स्टोरेज के लिए -70 से लेके -196 डिग्री तक टेम्परेचर आप रख सकते हो, और वो टेम्परेचर को आपको मेंटेन करना पड़ेगा जितने दिनों तक आपको वो प्रिजर्व करके रखना है। अगर ज़्यादा दिनों तक प्रिजर्व करना है तो आपको रेगुलर टाइम ऑफ इंटरवल से और कंटिन्यूसली उसको नाइट्रोजन, लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन सप्लाई करना पड़ेगा, देन एंड देन ओनली दैट टेम्परेचर विल बी कांस्टेंट देयर। ओके, सी द नेक्स्ट स्टेप, thawing. Thawing usually carried out by the plunging the vials into warm water bath with the vigorous swirling. Okay, thawing मतलब taking out of the preserve material. Okay, and while you are taking out it, if you want to remove that object, biological specimen which already preserved, okay, you have to increase the temperature. Okay, स्लोली इंक्रीज। ओके, जैसा कि क्रायो प्रिजर्वेशन करते वक्त आपको रैपिड रिडक्शन करना पड़ता है टेम्परेचर का, लेकिन प्रिजर्व किए हुआ इसको आपको बाहर निकालना है तो उसको रैपिड टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज नहीं कर सकते, तो उसके लिए स्लोली स्टेप वाइज you have to increase the pressure. And next step is that washing and reculturing. The preserved material is washed a few times to remove the cryoprotectant, and the material is then recultured in a fresh medium. Measurement of viability. There is possibility of death of cells due to the storage stress. Thus, viability can be found at any stage. It is calculated by formula: no number of cells growing divided by number of cells thawed into 100. ये फार्मूला से आप उसको viability measure कर सकते हैं. Plant regeneration, last step. The viable seeds are cultured on a non-specific growth medium. Suitable environmental conditions are maintained. Next, application. The application, these are the here enlisted. It is ideal method for long-term conservation of material. Disease-free plants can be conserved and propagated. Recalcitrant seeds can be maintained for a long time. Recalcitrant seed means those who require very cold temperature. Okay, और cold temperature लगता है उनको grow होने में. Endangered species can be maintained. Pollens can be maintained to increase longevity, and rare germplasm and other genetic manipulation can be stored. पहले मैंने कहा था कि germplasm storage के लिए this method is successfully applied. Okay, so this is all about the cryopreservation method. Thank you.